Hey guys, welcome back to Daska Discusses. Well, yes, it is Christmas time and this is pretty itchy, but I thought, last year I didn't do this. I didn't do my top 10 movies to watch at Christmas, so I'm going to run through this pretty quick. So here's my top 10 Christmas movies to watch by Daska Discusses. Let's do this. Now at number 10, I'm going to put Home Alone Part 2. Yep, Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern. You can't go past that. You can't go past Home Alone in general. Obviously, Home Alone Part 1 will be on this list somewhere down the track, but Home Alone Lost in New York, I don't think belongs in the top 5, but it's still a good, funny movie. I reckon the traps and all those kind of parts are probably better in Part 2, but I think the overall comedy is better in Part 1, but nonetheless, number 10 for me, Home Alone 2. Number 9, I'm going to go with Gremlins because it just screams 80s and it screams so many cameos from vintage 80s actors, Corey Feldman, Phoebe Cates. You really can't go past it, and you can't go past Gizmo, the Gremlins. It's a great Christmas movie, and definitely put that at number 9 on my list. Number 8, yep, well, you knew it was going to happen. I'm going to put a horror movie in there. Silent Night, Deadly Night on there. Pretty crazy kind of story and quite disturbing in some parts, but if you're a horror fan and you've never seen it, then check it out, but otherwise probably stay away if you're looking to have a happy kind of Christmas Eve. But again, if you're into horror, number 8, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Number 7, I'm going to put The Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton's gothic classic stop motion. Now, I was going to put Batman Returns in lieu of this, but you know what? The Nightmare Before Christmas just has that more of a Christmas feel to it, and if you're into animation, it is actually an awesome film. So, Nightmare Before Christmas, number 7 for me. Number 6, well, yeah, you got to put it in there. You got to put in Love Actually. Why? Well, look, even though I'm not a huge fan of it, it still is a pretty funny Christmas movie. It is a rom-com. It's got those multiple storylines happening. It does feel like Christmas. Number 6, Love Actually. Now for my top 5. Well, yeah, top 5 is a hard one, but you know what? Number 5, I'm going to put Billy Bob in Bad Santa. You can't get past Billy Bob as Bad Santa. Part 1. Part 2 I could go without, but Part 1, just getting a different taste of what Santa Claus does, while he's working, and that whole kind of story of him robbing the department stores. Definitely going to go with that. Number 5, Bad Santa. Full of laughs, and again, not exactly a family movie, more MA rated, or, for adults only, so yeah. Definitely stick with that with number 5 with Bad Santa. Number 4, Bill Murray. Again, another classic. Scrooged. It's taking the Christmas Carol story and kind of like modernizing it a bit for the 80s, but I just think Bill Murray is classic and he's always funny. And I'm going to put Scrooged in there because there is some really key funny moments, but there's also some emotional moments as well where you find out a lot about the protagonist, Bill Murray, Ebenezer Scrooge. You find out a lot of key moments and key things that happen to his life, so it's got the mixture of like emotional stuff but also funny, and it's a Christmas movie. Number 3, gotta go with Clark Griswold and his Christmas Vacation. Chevy Chase, you gotta love him, and Christmas Vacation is one of those movies that's always on TV during Christmas. It's lighthearted, it's funny, it's not as risque as like the other vacation films, and that's why I think it appeals to such a big audience. So number 3, Christmas Vacation for me. Now the top 2. This is where it gets controversial for a lot of people, and I can see people probably not agreeing with this, but who cares? It's my top 10, guys. Number 2, I'm going with the original Home Alone. Yep, Kevin McAllister gets left home alone, stranded. His parents and his family go to Paris. Now, yes, there is some plot holes in it to some extent, but remember it was the 90s, there was no mobile phones, so that's why you can believe something like this could happen. So many memes around saying, if imagine this happened now, what would happen? Well, yeah, there's no point thinking about, imagine it was made now, because it wasn't. It was a product of the 90s, it screams 90s, Macaulay Culkin, funny one-liners, classic. My favourite bit is the bit with the spider on Marv's face, and yeah, just that scream is just gold. So number 2 for me, Home Alone. Now number 1 on my top Christmas movies to watch by Daska Discusses. You have a look at lists that people make. It's interesting. I mean, people chuck in Batman Returns, Lethal Weapon to some extent, but I'm sorry, this next one belongs to be a belongs to be number one for me, and it's a Christmas movie, even though there's all this controversy behind it about it, how it's not a Christmas movie. I'm putting Die Hard. Yep, Bruce Willis, John McClane, Nakatomi Plaza, Alan Rickman playing as Hans Gruber. Of course, you can't go past Alan Rickman, he's just superb. Love your suit. John Williams, London. I have to myself. I'm going to count to 3. Where is Mr. Takagi? Gotta love Alan Rickman. Gotta love Die Hard 1. It is the quintessential Christmas movie in my opinion, and that's what I'll be watching on Christmas Eve. That, and probably not Silent Night, Deadly Night, maybe Home Alone. Gotta have it back to back. Die Hard number 1 for me. That's my top 10 Christmas movies to watch, guys. I know it's a pretty short video. Let me know what you thought in the comments of my top 10 selection. Let me know what you would have added or subtracted out of the list. Please leave a like if you like this video and comment, like I said. And obviously, hit subscribe if you want to stay updated with my videos. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of Daska Discusses. Boom!